Today we're going to talk about how writers of memoirs write using elaborative detail. In many of the memoirs we have read, the writers use details that appeal to our five senses when describing critical characters, settings, and objects in their writing. Writers spend time describing critical, which means only important, characters, their very important setting, and objects that are especially important to their memoir story. They use the five senses to help readers feel like they're actually a part of the story. Your five senses include your sense of taste, your sense of hearing or sound, your sense of touch, your sense of sight, and your sense of smell. I'm going to read a portion of Patricia Polacco's book, Thunder Cake. Patricia Polacco is an author who uses elaborative detail in every piece of writing that she's published. She makes sure to pay attention to the five senses when she's writing so her readers can really feel like they're a part of the story. On sultry summer days at my grandma's farm in Michigan, the air gets damp and heavy. Storm clouds drift low over the fields. Birds fly close to the ground. The clouds glow for an instant with a sharp crackling light, and then a roaring, low tumbling sound of thunder makes the windows shudder in their panes. The sound used to scare me when I was little. I loved to go to Grandma's house. Babushka, as I used to call my grandma, had come from Russia years before. But I feared Michigan's summer storms. I feared the sound of thunder more than anything. I always hid under the bed when the storm moved near the farmhouse. This is the story of how my grandma, my babushka, helped me overcome my fear of thunderstorms. So in this portion of text, Patricia Polacco describes that the summer day was sultry and the air gets damp and heavy. That's our sense of feeling. We can feel a damp and heavy air. We can feel a sultry, which means hot, summer day. She appeals to our sense of sight by discussing how the storm clouds drift low over the fields. You can see these storm clouds looking like they're drifting low. You can see birds flying close to the ground. You can see the clouds glowing for an instant with a sharp crackling light. That's right before the lightning hits. The clouds seem to glow. And then she appeals to our sense of sound by saying we hear a roaring, low, tumbling sound of thunder that makes the windows shudder in their panes. So there's our sense of sight again. We can see those windows moving because of the low rolls of thunder. She talks about her feelings now. The sound used to scare her when she was little. And then she talks more about her babushka. We don't get much details about her right now. And she discusses a little bit more how she fears that sound of thunder. What I like to do when I am trying to describe using elaborative detail, I like to make a chart with my five senses. If I'm trying to describe my setting, say that my setting is an autumn day. I am going to describe what I see, my sense of sight, what I see on this autumn day, what I smell on this autumn day, what I taste on this autumn day, what I am touching on this autumn day, and what I am hearing on this autumn day. I try to list as many details as I can for each, so when I'm ready to actually write the elaborative detail segment of my writing, I have a lot of different details and senses to choose from. Writers, when you are working today, try to describe the setting of your story using elaborative detail that appeals to your reader's five senses. You can use this chart to help you.